Hey y'all, it's Betsy Gocher. I'm going to do a second makeup tutorial today. The reason why I'm doing a second makeup tutorial, I was going to do a palette declutter, but I gotta find all of them. They're all over my house. And I don't know if anybody else is like that, but since I bring a lot of my makeup and stuff like that with me to work, I end up with makeup everywhere. And then, you know, I got kids. I have a daughter. She's 17, so she likes to take and use my makeup, so there's a bunch of it in her room too. So, fun stuff. So I figured this would be like a kind of a chit-chatty get ready with me, because I'm going to be doing like the full-on glam, what I typically do for videos. So, like for my crafting channel, that's why I'm starting the second one. Hopefully I'm not just babbling on. But to start off, I'm using my Hourglass Mineralville primer. I like this primer. It is one of my favorites for keeping my makeup on long term. And as I said, we just switched to doing in my last video, we just switched to doing the keto diet. And so far, so good. I really, really enjoy it. I look like a bum today. I'm going, after a while, I gotta go get my hair trimmed. The ends are so dead, it's not even funny. But typically whenever I do a full glam look, I will apply my primer to my face so it can set in. And then I do eyes next. So this is my MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. And I'm just going to prime my eyes. And I'll do everything on camera except for eyelashes. Because for me, when I do eyelashes, it takes me like 30 minutes to put them on. And y'all, I'm sure y'all don't want an hour-long video. But that just kind of evens out my eyelids. Works really well. So now I'm just going to take my RCMA powder. It's in the Kat Von D locket. But I like the RCMA to set my eyes. And this is just an IT Cosmetics. And I think this is actually one of their concealer brushes. But I like a big compact brush to use to set my eyes. I forgot to dust it off. And I'm doing these videos in the same kind of style that I do my other ones, which is not a whole lot of editing. So let me know if that's something you like. So what I'm going to do for the base for my eyes, I'm using the Tartelette, original Tartelette palette. It's all matte shades. Love these colors. They're so pretty. Because when I'm doing a camera look, I typically stick with, dropped my brush, I have another one. But I typically stick with a matte look and then do glitter on the center of my eyes. So I'm going to take a Japanese blending brush and I'm going to grab the color Wanderer for my transition shade. And just blend that on. And I like to do my eyes first so that way I can take a makeup wipe and make a real crisp point. But blending is the key to any of these looks. There we go. But that's just a good basic neutral shade. Now I'm going to dip back into the palette. Let's see, which brush do I want to use? I brought some more of my eyeshadow brushes up here, but I still have a ton more. I'm going to use the Effortless Crease by IT Cosmetics, and I'm going to go into this color Dreamer, which is on the top. It's still in that same family, but it's a little bit deeper. Just to deepen up, and I like more of a smoky look a lot of times for camera. I like my eyes to stand out. I think that I have a pretty unique eye color, so if you look, they're kind of a weird hazily green. Now I'm going to use my Morphe M507, and I'm going to take the color Multitasker, and I'm going to concentrate that right on the outer V. There we go. So as you can see, nothing too drastic, but I'm going to get my hair trimmed today, which is a definite need. It is crispy on the ends, and especially with as dry as it's been outside. Now for the fun part, we're going to glitter the eyelids. And this is the Maya Cosmetics glitter glue. And I like this one, which I have other ones, but it has a wand on it. This came from the Houston Rodeo. I'm sure you can probably order online as well. I haven't tried, but I bought this at the Houston Rodeo because they had like a booth where you go and shop. Because we go to the rodeo, we bring the kids every year. And I like it. And so now I'm just using my Tarte. It's more of a flat brush, and I have the NYX glitter in the color MGL04, which is like a bronzy shade. And again, that's part of the reason why I typically like to do eyes first, is so that way when I make this kind of a mess, I can take and brush it away. So there you go. And as you can see already on that one eye, that makes a whole lot of impact. And it looks really pretty on camera. And as I said in my last video, typically I will do fancy eyeshadows a lot. I do lots of glitter eyes. I like glitter on anything, but I don't wear, I go heavy contour and stuff like that on a daily basis. But when I'm on camera, I do quite a bit more. There we go. So that's it for that. And I'm getting more comfortable in front of the camera doing this kind of stuff. This is still, as I said, all kinds of new to me. So now that that's done, what I'm going to go back and do, close that up before I make a mess and spill it. I'm going to take my angled brush right here, which is just, actually this one's from Brow Art. I'll save that one to use for when I do my brows. This is my e.l.f. angled brush. And I'm going to take and dip into this color Fashionista, which is almost the blacky brown, to line my eyes. And what I said yesterday about, or Wednesday, about my eyes, now in Cameron is feeling better, if anybody was wondering, because yesterday I was going to do a video on my other channel to announce the scrap box winner, which we're going to do today, but he had a stomach bug. I love how this color just glides on, but he had a stomach bug and wasn't feeling good, so I was being a mom first and then business owner next, or YouTuber, however you want to phrase it. Now, this glitter looks really pretty. I'm not sure if I like it as much as I do my Lip Cosmetics ones, but I just got this one and I ordered it from Ulta because they had a deal where if you spent $25 on NYX, you could save $10. So, and those were like $6 each. So I bought 5 of them and saved $10 off of it. Plus I get points through Ulta, and I love getting points through anything. So there's that. Now I'm going to take my It Cosmetics, this little flat fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into the color Supermom. I use this all the time as like a matte highlight shade, plus it also helps soften the edges. From where I blended the rest on. And excuse my brows, they're not done yet, and I am trying to let them grow some so I can try a different brow look. So that part's done. Now, these wipes came from the Dollar Tree. They're the retinol makeup wipes. And what I typically like to do is just to go right below, and it almost creates that, as you can see, it creates a sharp cat eye effect without doing winged eyeliner. With me being blind in one eye, I'm not completely blind, like I can't see anything, but it's like off, like it's fuzzy. So like to close my eye and just to look out of this one, there would be no way to do makeup without it. So as you can see, like when I'm doing stuff, I typically don't close my eye, my left eye, to do anything. But that's kind of how it is. Now we're going to go on to foundation. And I have the Huda Beauty in the Creme Brulee. This foundation films beautifully. And I typically just put a couple of dots on the fat end of my beauty blender, which is moistened. And then just kind of start bouncing to blend it in all over the place. And it is a full coverage foundation. And I love this foundation. The only thing that drives me nuts about it is it does have a heavy scent. And I typically don't use but like half a pump. My skin is wanting to fight me today. But I don't know. It's the weather and diet change. It's going to take some time for my skin to get back to normal. But so far so good. So I'm just adding a tiny bit more to add a little bit more around my nose. Because even though this is a nice thick full coverage foundation, that's part of the reason why I use a beauty blender to put it on instead of a brush. Whenever you use a brush, I feel like it gets a little thick and cakey. Which, I mean, my makeup is thick and cakey compared to normal. Did I tell you the color was Creme Brulee? Which, that's considered a fair skin tone, but it's got a lot of yellow undertone and it blends really well with my neck. So it's a good winter color for me, even though I would not consider my skin fair by any means. So, my favorite, the Quickie Contour Stick, which this is my second one this year, and there's that much of it left. It's the Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. These come from Ulta. I don't know if they sell them at Sephora or not. I haven't looked for them there. I typically buy the things from Sephora that I can't get from Ulta because I like the point system better at Ulta than I do at Sephora. So, and like typically I won't put contour on my jawline, but when I'm in videos, the shadows show better when I do. And I don't put powder on until everything is blended in because you want your creams to go on before you do your powders. I've never had much good luck blending powders or creams over powders. It just really looks cakey at that point. So there we go. But again, I still really don't do a real heavy contour on the nose. My nose is fine. But I mean, the lighting in here, if you can't tell, kind of washes you out. So you do have to add some definition back into your face. So today I'm going to use my Tarte Shape Tape in Light Sand. And that's what I'm going to finish setting those dark circles under my eyes. They're bad. A little bit on the Cupid's bow and a little bit at my nose. So there we go. I always think it looks like war paint whenever you've got the whole 9 yards on your face. That's what my husband jokes and calls it. And when I was younger, I really hardly ever wore any makeup. As a teenager, we were talking about trends the other day, and one of the things I had forgot that we used to do, which was absolutely atrocious, was, you know, everybody did the dark liner with like the frosted lipstick in the 90s, which was not good for anybody. But down here in Southeast Texas, and I don't know if it was popular everywhere else because, you know, that was right when people were starting to get on the internet and stuff like that. It wasn't like it was super popular. Like, not everybody was on the internet. I mean, crap, we used to have pagers before anything else. So now I'm going to take my translucent powder and set under my eyes. And my sponge is getting dry at this point, but it's okay. But we had white eyeliner, and the girls around here, and I really couldn't do it because, again, I'm blonde in one eye and have been my entire life. Would line the top with a thick white eyeliner. And, you know, you start talking about whenever trends and stuff like that start to come in or come back, I'm like, that's one I hope doesn't, because I don't remember it being that flattering. It almost seemed like it would make eyes look smaller, but maybe I'm wrong. There we go. So that's everything set in. Now I'm going to take my big powder brush. This is from the Pure Cosmetics My Little Pony. I ordered that set too. I told you I have a problem. This is the Hourglass. This is the 2017 Ambient Lighting 3rd edition. And I'm going to go into this color Dim Light right here, this 3rd shade, and use that to set the rest of my face. Because on camera, you want to definitely set your face. And typically I'll take like an angled, this is a blush brush, but it works really good for going into your eyes. I go into the color, the finishing powder and diffuse light, and add a little bit more of that under my eyes. So there you go. It's really nothing super difficult or super hard. Now that all that's gone, or on, I typically go to Brow Art 123 to get my eyebrows done, and this is their brow powder, which I have a ton of different brow powders, but I like the way that this one goes on. So we'll go ahead and fill in our brows. I'm going to use, where's that other small angled brush? I need to have like a cup for each style of brush. And part of the reason, and my husband makes fun of me for it, that I have so many different ones is because I really hate washing them. So, and I like the shape. This is the brush that I bought with it. I like the whole shape and style of it. And typically, when you do, I don't know if it's just me or I don't keep my pencil sharp enough. I like the way my eyebrows look. They look a little bit more finished when I use a powder versus a pencil to fill everything in. Now, I don't trace out the whole things and put like harsh, super harsh lines or anything like that. And then this is my Anastasia Brow Wiz, just so I can grab the spoolie on the end. There we go. You double check and make sure everything looks nice and blended. And 500 point perk from Sephora, it's the Kat Von D. I had to get that one because I love the little mini wax seal mirror. As I said before, I absolutely adore makeup. That's part of the reason why I decided to do this. I mean, I will sit here and play with it no matter what, but now I'm taking the medium cocoa shade with my IT Cosmetics airbrush foundation brush, which works really well to add on contour, because now I'm doing my powder contour over where I did the Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. But I don't really use powder anywhere except to define my cheekbones a little bit, down my neck a little bit, and my forehead. I don't want to sit there and get overly crazy. So that's done. Now we're gonna go back into the Hourglass Ambient Light palette, and I'm gonna use that My Little Pony blush brush that I used yesterday, and I'm going to go into this color right here, which is the Surreal Halo. It's a really pretty color. Tap it off and lightly blend on some blush, and I like that deeper shade. Just the apples and all that fun kind of stuff. And I forgot my setting spray at home, so I'm gonna look a little powdery today, but it's okay. It is what it is. And if you're wondering about the lashes I'm gonna use later, I'm gonna use the Hipster 20 there from Sephora. I like, if you look at them, they have like a non-existent lash band, which always works well for me. So that's done. Now I'm going to go back into the Tartelette palette, and I'm going to go grab my Japanese smudger brush, and I'm going to go into the color Bombshell, which is almost like a purpley color. And I'm going to smudge that right under my lower lash line. And then I'm going to take that blendy brush that I used earlier and just soften up the edge and use the shadows that I have left over. Because I kind of dig, I like it when I have more of like that grungy, unfinished look. And now I'm going to grab my MAC 248, which is just like a flat brush. Is that the 248 or 248. And I'm going to grab that color Supermom again and use that as kind of an inner corner highlight. Because I got glitter going on, I don't need like a huge blinding highlight. Now, for highlight today, I'm using the Dior Skin Nude Air Luminizer in the first color, which I think is, I forget what color it is. It's like gold or something, but it's gorgeous. It's a beautiful color. And I'm using my Morphe M510 highlight brush and just dig into that and add a bit of highlight. And I really like the Dior Skin. It's a little bit pricey, but I mean, it takes a while to go through and it doesn't seem to cling on to my skin awkwardly, if you know what I mean. It's, there are some highlights that on more mature skin that it wants to sit there and almost kind of age you. Now I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes with my sad little Revlon eyelash curler that I've had for a million years. And I'm going to grab my Dior Show Blackout Mascara. This one came from Ulta. Typically they don't have Dior, but they had this and I picked it up. And this is a good volumizing mascara. And I said I'm gonna do lashes, but I may not even do lashes today for the next video. So y'all have to watch and see. There we go. Because I think that this look is almost bold enough without lashes. There we go. And the Dior Show is an amazing mascara. So now we're gonna go do lips. And today I'm gonna use My Lips Are Sealed. It's the Pretty Vulgar. This came in, it's a metallic liquid lipstick. This came in my BoxyCharm. And it is a beautiful metallic-y, champagne-y kind of nude. But it doesn't dry down completely, so it doesn't make the lips look super crusty. Which they are at this point. There we go. So, got a little bit on my teeth. That is it, other than setting spray, which, as I said, I didn't bring it with me, so I'm gonna look a little powdery today on video. Really love this color. So anyways, I hope that y'all like this video. If you do, give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below what other types of makeup looks you're wanting to see, or if you're even wanting me to do reviews, because I get in a lot of new product all the time. I'm waiting on my lucky box from Beautylist right now, and I just ordered some stuff from Flower Beauty because I kept hearing good things about their blushes, so I figured I'd, and their makeup sponge, because the Real Techniques are actually my favorite. I got this with the Beauty Blender Cleanser because I actually love the Beauty Blender Cleanser to clean my other sponges, so I'm using this one. But the Beauty Blender ones, like, when I wash them, like, all the pink stuff comes off and they stain really bad, and I don't enjoy that. Maybe I'm the only one, but I like the Real Techniques, the orange sponge, much better. But I'm not gonna let a $20 sponge just sit there and go to waste. I'm gonna use it. So anyways, but if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below what other types of videos that you'd like to see. Hopefully they'll, I mean, I feel like I'm a little bit more comfortable on this one, and I'm gonna get used to it a little bit more, so we'll see how that goes. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button right down here. And if you hit the little bell notification icon next to it, it will notify you when we post new videos, which will typically be Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, because I have to do looks or reviews whenever I'm doing my other videos, so figured I might as well record it while I do it. We'll see how it goes. You can check us out, my other channel. About that, I guess the video got a little too long, so it decided to cut off. But you can check out our other channel, which is Cutting Corners Vinyl, which is where I do all of my fun vinyl crafts and that kind of thing. So I say so a lot, sorry. But anyways, so thanks, and y'all have a great day.